So this week I did the Moore versus the University of Notre Dame case, 6.3 out of Chapter 6 for the 6.1 graded assignment. Facts of the case. So the plaintiff in this case was Joseph E. Moore, and the defendant of the case was the University of Notre Dame. Basically, in this case, Moore was told that he was being let go as the offensive line football coach at the University of Notre Dame, and so he wanted to file for reinstatement and front pay because of age discrimination, retaliation, and defamation, which all violate the Age Discrimination and Employment Act. Moore stated when he was let go that his supervisor, Robert Davey, told him that it was because of his age and that he was not going to last 5 more years as a head coach. So that is why he was being let go. And then later on it got brought up that they were actually letting him go because there were claims filed against him for physical and verbal abuse on the players. And so that's just the general overview. Moore's arguments were that he was discriminated against, so he stated that, they told him that he was being let go simply because of how old he was. Davey, who is Moore's supervisor, posted the defamatory statements that hurt his reputation, so Davey went on and a couple articles got published about him saying that he wasn't going to last long enough to retire in the coaching world and that basically he was just too old. Moore also argued that he is now unemployable because of those statements made, so basically they've just ruined his reputation. People don't want to hire him because they think it's a risk. They don't know that he's going to last a few more seasons, and so simply because of Davey saying that, he doesn't think that he will be able to get a job, and his earning capacity has been injured, so because he has been fired, it has made it really hard for him to find a job that pays as well as coaching at the University of Notre Dame, and that he basically isn't ever going to find another coaching job either. And then he also argues that he lost his benefits, so he's wanting to be reinstated for, or I should say not reinstated, but given enough to cover the benefits that he had as a coach there, because it's also going to be hard now to find a job where he has those benefits or makes enough money to have as good of benefits as he had at the university. University of Notre Dame argues that reinstatement should not be granted to Moore because where the result would be undue friction and controversy, that reinstatement should not be granted. Basically, this is saying because Davey and Moore have had known conflicts and are not on speaking terms, that there would be a little bit of friction and controversy if they were to reinstate him and rehire him. So reinstatement shouldn't be granted. Reinstatement can also be denied when someone else currently occupies the employee's former position, and right now there is not an open position for Moore to take, so they are arguing that because of those rules of reinstatement that Moore should not be reinstated, period. Moore was made whole with the amount of back pay and liquidated damage money that he was awarded, so the university thinks that what they gave him in back pay, which is around $43,000, and then another $43,000 in liquidated damage money, that he should be good enough. But Moore is arguing that he had 5 years left until retirement, and that doesn't come close to what he was making or would have been making in those 5 years. And then the university last argument was that if they would have known about Moore's actions, they would have terminated him immediately, but they argued that the physical and verbal abuse that came up was presented after after they had decided before they had decided to fire him. The court findings, so basically this case went to trial. It came back that reinstatement was denied because of the controversy that they would have had between Davey and Moore. Front pay was granted, which was 2 years, and that equaled $75,577.68. Cost and fees were granted, which was almost $10,000 granted back. Attorney fees were awarded, which was $394,856.74. He was awarded the $42,935.28 in back pay, and also another $42,935.28 in liquidated damages. The implications for this case. I personally believe that Davey should not have made the discriminatory comments. I think that put the university in more trouble than they needed to be, and it ended up costing them a lot more money. If he just would have denied comments or stuck with we're firing him because of the actions that have been brought to our attention on the players, I think a lot of things could have been avoided, but he also should not have made the comment to Moore, which put him in this position in the first place, stating that he was too old and that he wasn't going to last 5 more years, and so they had to let him go. I think that retirement plans should be discussed with employees. It's very important for them to go over, you're going to be this age by this amount of time every year based on their success and what they were able to do with the team. I think that that should be something that is discussed and that their contracts are discussed that way. If Moore was going to be let go, he had plenty of time to find another job that would maybe be another coaching job or be of equal value to what he was receiving as a coach. And then my last implication would just be honesty. So Davey, this just refers to Davey telling Moore that he was fired simply because of his age, but then turning around and arguing that they would have fired him immediately if they would have known about his actions. I think it's just important to be honest with your coaches. Tell them, we don't foresee being able to give you this amount of money for the next 5 years with the way things are going, and we're going to have to let you go and not have 2 different stories. And that is all. Thank you.